guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Maria Moses, and of course, I'm very passionate about the health and lifestyle of people, especially people living with HIV and AIDS, and the general health sector as well. And I'm a public health practitioner. I work to support change so that people around me and people around the world can have an informed knowledge to make certain decisions or choices and take control of their sexual health and as well as their general healthy lifestyle. So this channel actually focuses on building health related issues globally, which includes HIV literacy, sexual health, and other healthy lifestyle. And of course, this is in the support of the global efforts to end AIDS and also other disease and pandemic worldwide, just to achieve a sustainable developmental goal for health generally. If you're actually looking for testing services and linkage on HIV and AIDS, or probably you want to know more information about other sexually transmitted infections and how to become prevented or how to be prevented or how to stop the spread, or probably you'd like to know how to go about your relationship, you'll find all of this right here in this channel. Of course, this channel actually I actually work to also increase knowledge and confidence among people, especially people living with HIV, and also of course so as to enable them achieve a longevity of life, and also live the way they want to live or live to achieve their dreams in general. Okay, so if you like my video, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell just to get updated or notified when another episode is being released. And also you can give me a thumbs up if you like my video. Also, you can visit my channel or my social media page, Instagram and Facebook, to explore various teachings as well as resources on HIV and AIDS, and also for latest information on how to keep yourself and those around you healthy, whether you're living with HIV and AIDS or not. Okay, so today guys, I brought to you a very important topic, but before I continue, hey, my YouTube subscribers, I'm so much delighted in you. I'm so much happy. I so much appreciate your effort for how far you've been sharing my YouTube page to your friends and loved ones. I trust you that together we shall fight, and then we will kick out diseases and pandemic in our world. So today we have an amazing topic to discuss, and that is the severity of the OMICRON infection. I want to talk about the severity of OMICRON infection. Before I continue, what is this OMICRON variant we are talking about? Of course, the OMICRON variant of COVID-19 has been called a variant of concern, by the WHO, based on the evidence that it has, several mutations, that may have an impact on how it behaves. Of course, there is still a substantial uncertainty actually regarding Omicron. A lot of research on the way to evaluate its transmissibility and severity and infection is still ongoing. Now, it is not clear whether infections with Omicron causes more severe disease compared to infections with other variants, including the Delta. But then all variants of COVID-19 itself, including the Delta, that is dominant worldwide, which is the COVID-19 itself, can cause severe, death and diseases in particular, of course, especially for those who are immunosuppressed or immunodeficient. That means those who do not have strong immunity, or who have been prone to COVID-19, or who have been exposed to the prior COVID-19. So that's that about that. And also, how did this Omicron variant develop? Well, you know that when a virus is circulating widely, okay, and causing numerous infections, there is a likelihood of the virus mutating increases, okay, and then the more opportunities a virus has to spread, then the more opportunities it's going to have to undergo changes. Okay, so the new variant that we're talking about is a terrible pandemic. Okay, so it is essential that people actually get vaccine when when at their disposal, so that to prevent them from contacting this Omicron variant we're talking about, following the existing advice or protocols based on vaccine, just to prevent the spread of this virus. We are advised to adhere or take this vaccine very serious, including physical distancing and wearing of masks, regular hand washing, and keeping indoors areas well ventilated. And also, it is very crucial that vaccines and other public health measures are actually accessible anyway, so which the World Health Organization has actually put that in place, especially in many African countries, so that this vaccine can be readily available. Now, like I said earlier, the Omicron variant has now been detected in many countries around the world. So WHO has reported that Omicron is probably in most countries. Like I said the other time, even if it hasn't been detected yet in your own country, that doesn't mean that it is not spreading all around. It's spreading. So you and I have to adhere strictly to the golden rules of the fact that the World Health Organization has put in place, so as to stop the spread of this Omicron variant. All right, now coming back to the symptoms that are also going to be talking about. What are the various symptoms? Because a lot of people are asking me privately through my email. They want to know the possible symptoms of this Omicron variant. Now, the South African doctors who first spotted the virus said she had seen extremely mild symptoms among her own patients, okay, which includes fatigues, scratching of throat, but no cough, etc. and etc. So this is our own. So let's look at the common symptoms. For example, what do we understand by the scratchy throat? So many people don't understand what scratchy throat means. So a sore throat can also be called a scratchy throat, okay? Because the more it pains you, the more it scratches you, the more it pains you, and it's also painful to swallow, or even to swallow food, or to swallow liquid, or even to talk. So it brings the pain also comes along with scratchiness and also irritation to the throat, and that can become worsening even when it is associated with virus. So common cause of this scratchy throat include viral infection, okay, one of which is very common. We have the cold, we have the flu, or even bacteria. So most sore throats are also not really serious, but they could be severe when it is attached to virus, and they can also cause difficulty in breathing. All right, so as per the South African doctor, the Angelique Coetzee, individuals with Omicron complaints of scratchy throat. All right, so that means they have a case whereby a person actually complained about this scratchy throat, and that's why it's part of the symptoms we are talking about. All right, so another symptoms of this Omicron variant is the fever. We have, a person can come up with mild fever that can disappear on its own. Since the onset of the novel coronavirus, mild or to moderate fever is one of the telltale signs of COVID-19. But while fever from previous strain had lingering effects on the patient, the current variant induces mild body temperature that gets better on its own, as per Dr. Kutsi concern. Okay, but then what do you understand by the word fever? Fever is also known as hypothermia or prexia or elevated temperature. Okay, so it is just simply a rise in body temperature, and which is above normal, and it can affect both the adult and the children. Okay, so what do you look out for in a fever when someone is saying is having fever? All right, for you to recognize a fever can enable you to get normal body temperature actually is 37 degrees Celsius. So the moment the body temperature rises above normal, then it means the person is having what? Fever. Now, what are the usual causes of this fever? Of course, we know that at 37 degrees Celsius, an adult is normal in terms of temperature. However, meanwhile, at the temperature of 38 degrees Celsius for child, it's abnormal, right? So now, what usually causes a fever? There are a lot of things that causes fever, among which we're going to talk about few. Infection, including the flu, the pneumonia, some immunizations that kids normally underwent or undergo, and even adults, such as diphtheria or tetanus in children, can cause fever. And then we have blood clots, extreme sunburn, then food poisoning, and some medications including antibiotics, anti-malaria, and the likes of them. They can cause certain fevers. So depending on the cause of the fever, additional symptoms may also include sweating. All right, so it could be sweating, it could be shivering, it could be headache, and you could have muscle ache. Yes, muscle ache, and then loss of appetite, dehydration, and general body weakness. These are all symptoms of what? Fever. All right, so another thing I'll quickly talk about is the fatigue. So many people go through fatigue, but they do not know what fatigue really is. They don't know what this fatigue is really, or what fatigue actually is. Now, a patient might find it difficult to actually describe fatigue. They could call it, lethargic. They could call it, a patient can say he's exhausted, he feels so tired. All of these are what? Fatigue. But the patient find it difficult to express him or herself because of how the fatigue itself is. Now, taking a careful and complete history, he can help you to understand the underlying causes of this fatigue. Okay, so there are numerous causes of fatigue, of course, such as anemia, diabetes, thyroid disease, and heart disease, and so on and so forth. Tiredness, stress can also cause fatigue. So Omicron may lead to fatigue or extreme exhaustion. A person may feel overtired or experience low energy and also may even have strong desire to rest, which can disrupt everyday activities. Okay, so this is another sign of Omicron variant. Then another important thing is the sweat at night and body ache. You see, a lot of people go through this. Some people go through this, or basically, like say, once a person is infected with certain kind of disease such as TB, coronavirus, Omicron virus variant, you're likely to have a sweat at night. Now, what do we understand by sweating at night? Night sweat or excessive sweating during sleep are common symptoms actually in men, and there are many medical conditions and diseases can cause night sweat. So example include women in premenopause or menopause, medications or hormonal challenges. It could be low blood sugar and then neurological problems. All of this can cause night sweat. But then Omicron variant, from some of the researchers or some patients who have complained, among them, in some countries such as South Africa that have been infected, complain of night sweat. And then this is a very, very challenging condition. So the moment you are experiencing night sweat, quickly run to the hospital. Now, night sweat can be so scary because most people feel it's only symptoms of tuberculosis. No, it can be symptoms of other things. So the moment you get you have that experience, quickly find your way to the hospital, because it could be telling you about the symptoms of the new Omicron variant that may arise at night. So night sweat occur when you sweat so profusely that your clothes and beddings, mattress or whatever you becomes even wet if you're laying down in a cool area. So that is that about that. Okay guys, before I wrap up, I want to bring this to your notice that you should not overlook any signs of COVID-19. However, the most dangerous aspect of a viral infection is its severity. While a virus may be highly transmissible, its virulence is what defines the mortality rate among people. So when it comes to COVID-19, the Delta variant has wreaked havoc in and around. That means around the world, everywhere. So a lot of people have passed away due to this Delta virus. We're talking about the COVID-19, but here we have another mutant variant. So what do? We have to you should not overlook the sign of the COVID-19. So around the world. So not only is it extremely infectious, that's the COVID-19 now, but it also triggers mild to moderate severe symptoms ranging from high fever, persistent cough, to breathlessness, chest pain, and low blood oxygen level. All these are signs of the coronavirus or the COVID-19 virus. So guys, do not overlook the symptoms or signs of this COVID-19. Once you have the symptoms of catarrh, you feel you're having catarrh like normal African people would say, or you have a sore throat, a painful sore throat, you have fatigue, you could not sleep, you have fever, guys, kindly rush to the hospital for further checkup so that you can get proper medication as soon as possible ASAP. Okay, so guys, I'll be wrapping up here, and ensure you stay safe. What do I mean by that? What I mean is this: WHO has laid a golden principle or rule for every one of us. That is, you do not stay in an overcrowded environment. Adhere to the health WHO guideline for safety. Do not stay in an overcrowded environment. Ensure that you make use of your nose masks. Wash your hands very well or clean before using. Do not just use dirty hands to wipe your face at all time. Then avoid shaking people. avoid shaking of hands just to prevent you from contacting this infection. Then ensure the environment is well ventilated and well clean. If you are a medical practitioner, the moment you're back from the hospital or from the hospital, I would advise you should go with a pair of clothes or spare clothes per se, so that you can change into the new one, or the one that is kept. You can change into another one before going home. Ensure you treat yourself, wash your hands before going home, so that you don't spread this virus or any other kind of nosocomial infection to any of your children or your loved ones or relations. Alright, okay guys, I'll be stopping here, and trust me, I'll see you in my next episode, in my next video, where I'll be talking to you about another important aspect, probably on Omicron variant, in as much as we have an update. Okay, however, if you like my video, kindly give me a thumbs up, and also kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'm begging you, so that you can have updated version of my video, and also you can click on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever another episode is being released. Don't forget, share this video to your friends and loved ones so that they can also be in the knowing, so that they won't be left out as per the news going around in the world, so that they can stay protected and preserved. Alright guys, thank you for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye.